Hi there, my name's Luke. Welcome back to PhotoBite, and today we'll be testing out the DJI Spark. Let's get into it. The DJI Spark is the smallest to date drone that DJI have come out with. It is really incredible what this thing can do. They've worked on all their latest technologies and figured out ways to implement it into the DJI Spark. You have sensors like you would on the other drones that have come out within the last couple of years. You have a 2-axis gimbal. Now that may not sound like a lot, but for what it is actually pretty good. I would say any kind of stabilization is better than no stabilization. So down to the camera specs, you're looking at a 12 megapixel sensor, just slightly bigger than your iPhone sensor that you have. You're also looking at 1080p. Now when I was going to the settings, I was seeing if it gave you options for 1080p 60 or 4K. There is no 4K and it doesn't give you an option to change video. For some filmmakers that will seem very restricting, but if you're just wanting to have a drone you can use just to fly every now and then, I think it's perfectly fine. The DJI Spark's flight time is 16 minutes. It's very short of the half an hour which you can push with the Mavic, although if you think about it, when you're flying around with a drone, you don't tend to have it in the air that long. And even when we actually record video for these, we don't tend to go over 10 minutes, we tend to cut it to about 7 minutes. So when you get the Fly More combo, which is sitting at about 700 pounds, you get 2 batteries. That'll give you approximately half an hour to fly the drone and get the shots that you need, which I believe is more than enough time. So the packages for the DJI, you're looking at the £550 mark. That will give you the drone, and that'll be just the basics, and you'll get a battery. You also get a couple of spare props. When you go for the Fly More combo, you'll get 2 batteries, charging kit for it, as well as the remote. So if you're looking to take it a bit more seriously and you want that security of having a remote, which in my experience is always a good idea, then you'd be looking at going with the more expensive bundle. However, if you actually look at the prices, at about £700 for what you get, it will certainly beat what the cost of the Mavic will be, which pushes about £1,300 when you do go for the Fly More combo. So there are many cool features with the DJI Spark, and one of them is gesture control. Now, for those of you who don't know, what DJI have done is they've implemented a system that allows the drone to actually scan you and your face, and you can put your palm out and it will know where you are, and you can move your palm up or down and it will raise the drone up or down, and vice versa. Also, if you move your hand left and right, it'll go with that. They've also implemented some drone shots. So you've got the helix where it will go out and spin out. You then can circle your subject, and these are all pre-programmed. So what I mean by that is you won't have to use your remote to then try and navigate around your subject. It is all pre-programmed. You tap on the subject and then it will do the flight path. It's very simple and very easy to use. Again, another reason why this is good for many beginners who want to get into filmmaking but don't have that budget to get a Mavic. So not only is this a small drone, it's also very fast. When you go into sport mode, you can hit about 30 miles an hour, which is actually pretty fast for a drone of this size. I haven't taken out that kind of speed yet, I'm still learning it. You do, as with all the drones you get, you do also have a beginner's mode. This will slow down the drone itself and also restrict the parameters that you can fly in, so you can practice moving the drone and understanding the controls. You also have sensors, so what it can do is when you hold the drone out, it'll land on your hand. So it'll detect your hand and it'll land without you having to use any controls. Again, that is linked up with the gesture control. So to actually pair this up to your phone, they made it really simple. They put in a QR code, the Spark identification number, and the password in order for you to connect it. And it really is that simple. Once you've got it connected, it's pretty much good to go. Okay, so this is my response when I do left. Okay, and then right. So there really is next to no difference between using the remote and using your phone in terms of response time. Flying it using the phone as a controller we thought was going to be a bit risky. However, when we did it, we actually found it was quite easy to use. However, when you go out of a certain distance, you will find it kind of coming and going. But it's return to home system that has built in, acts as a bit of a safety feature, so it will kind of come back to you and then you can regain control. But again, what I would say to anyone who's a beginner, I would definitely have a look at getting that remote control. So that's been our review on the DJI Spark. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find out more, go see our website. But in the meantime, I'm Luke, this is PhotoBite, and we'll see you next time.